We're good.
Okay, so we're back into our regular council meeting now from being in closed. The date is Tuesday, August 24th. Welcome everyone that may be tuned into our YouTube version, and council and staff. So we've come out of closed session with giving direction in closed, basically. Sorry, Candace?
Can we get now we need a motion for staff to follow direction given.
Yes, that's where I was heading with that. Thank you. Councillor Moore, seconded by Councillor Walsh. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Okay, so next on the agenda then is a notice of motion. So this notice of motion was brought forward by Deputy Mayor Burt, and if you wouldn't mind, Deputy Mayor Burt, to read the notice of motion for us.
Sure, through you, Mayor. So notice of motion that the Council of the Township of Asphodel-Norwood hereby amends procedural bylaw number 2020-33 with an addition to Schedule A, Article 14 agenda. Item 40 for land acknowledgement heading following the call to order of a council meeting. And further, the Council of the Township of Asphodel directs staff to prepare an appropriate land acknowledgement that respectfully acknowledges the treaty and traditional territory of the Michi-Segog and Anishinaabe, there we go, and offers gratitude for the First Peoples for their care and teachings about our health and relations.
Okay, thank you. So since we haven't had one of these before, do we get a seconder for this notice of motion now and then bring it back to council again after for discussion, or is it all done in one shot?
Our procedural bylaw runs a little different than the county mayor, so we don't need to give a notice of the notice of motion. When a notice of motion comes out on the agenda, that is noticed to the councillor, so we can actually address the notice of motion at the agenda. So she has put the motion on the floor. Once you have it duly seconded, then you can put it on the floor for discussion.
Thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome.
So I'm looking for a seconder then for the notice of motion. Councillor Ward, is there any discussion on this notice of motion? Seeing none, then I'm looking for all in favor. And that's carried. Okay, thank you. So then we'll amend that to our next agendas going further out, and I will practice how do we say this stuff. So very good. All right, so now we're on to our bylaws then, and I'll have the clerk, when she's ready, to read out our bylaws, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Being a bylaw to amend bylaw number 2009-08 as amended, being a bylaw to regulate the use of land and the use and erection of buildings and structures within the Township of Asphodel-Norwood, be read a first, second, and third time and numbered bylaw 2021-43.
Motion by Councillor Archer, seconded by Deputy Mayor Burt. All in favor? Thank you. Carried.
Being a bylaw.
Sorry, go ahead.
Being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the regular meeting of the Council of the Township of Asphodel-Norwood held on August 24th, 2021, be read a first, second, and third time and numbered bylaw 2021-44.
Thank you. That was our confirming bylaw. Councillor Walsh, seconded by Deputy Mayor Burt. All in favor? And then that's carried. So you have our future meeting schedule ahead of you on the agenda, and then I'm looking for a motion then for the adjournment at 4:01 p.m. Recommendation that the meeting held on August 24th, 2021 be adjourned at this time, with council to meet for a regular meeting on September 14th, 2021, or at the call of the chair. Motioned by Councillor Ward, seconded by Councillor Archer. All in favor? Excellent. And thank you once again. That was a very long agenda and very well attended, very well, good answers, good questions. And